We can see easily that the minimum value of photocurrent is 3.2 and maximum value of photocurrent is 21.3. So this photocurrent will be taken along y-axis with respect to the intensity of light. So here we can see the distance is gradually decreasing. The distance is gradually decreasing by 4 cm. So if we take the inverse of the square of the distance, that is 1 by d square, then we will get 4 into 10 to the power minus 4, 5 into 10 to the power minus 4, 6 into 10 to the power minus 4. So we will find 1 by d square. This refers to the inverse square law of in this experiment. So we are verifying the inverse square law here. So 1 by d square in Cm minus 2 is taken along x-axis and photocurrent is taken along y-axis. So here we can choose a scale. The minimum value is 3.2. So we can start here. If we start photocurrent, that is 0, then 1, 2, 3. In this way we will proceed up to 22, because the maximum value of photocurrent is 21.3. So that means one big box is 1 microampere along x-axis. So one small box is 0.1 microampere. Similarly, along y-axis we have to take 1 by d square. So starting with
1 by d square along x-axis and photocurrent along y-axis. By mistake it showed 1 by d square along y-axis. So you have to take 1 by d square along x-axis and photocurrent along y-axis. Scale is taken photocurrent along y-axis and 1 by d square along x-axis.
Uh, 2, 4, 6 like this up to 70, because maximum value of 1 by d square is 69. So if you take here 2, then 4, 6, 8, so in this way last value will be 70. Then we will easily plot all the points for a particular value of photocurrent. We will give symbols like this, because it is a straight line graph. Some points may not come on the line and a number of points must come on the line, because this is a linear graph that we have studied. Photocurrent is directly proportional to the intensity of light. So we will plot a graph like this for a particular set of observations. Then we will draw a line taking all the points. Few points may be deviating from the line and some points may come on the line. So similarly, this is for a particular voltage, and for another we will plot, we will give different symbols to distinguish them from each other, and here we can give a square symbol like this. So for different potentials For fixed potentials here, you can see V1 is 10 volt, V2 20 volt, V3 30 volt. So accordingly, we will plot all the points, and to find the graph properly, we have to choose a proper scale, which is the most important part in plotting a graph. So here it clearly indicates, if we see for a particular line, linear graph, then we can see that photocurrent is directly proportional to the intensity of light. Here, if D tends to infinity, that means in between source and cell, if the distance is very high, then 1 by d square tends to 0. That means there is no photocurrent. So that is why line is coming and meeting at the origin, which indicates that the photocurrent stops, or there is no photocurrent at all when the source is kept at a high distance from the cell. So if we compare the entire three lines, that is here V1, this is V2, this is V3, for different voltage. So the current, suppose this is I1, this is I2, this is I3. So I3 is greater than I2 is greater than I1 in the order V3 is greater than V2 is greater than V1, because it is in proportion. So this is one of the conclusion that we find from the graphs. Number one, it is a linear graph, and number two, the photocurrent is gradually increasing as according to the potential with respect to the intensity of light, not with respect to the potential, because we are fixing the potential here. So in this way we will conclude our experiment, and the most important part is the plotting of a graph from which we will study the entire characteristics of a photocell and how the laws of photoelectric effect are satisfied or verified from these graphs. And we will come to the precautions while taking the observations that we have to keep in mind. This photocell should be properly incidented towards the source of light. If it is slightly tilted from each other, then proper incidence will not take place. As a result, emission of electrons will not be coming properly, and photocurrent will be fluctuating, and it will be wrong. Number two, circuit connections should be made accurately, otherwise we will get wrong observations and it will damage the apparatus. Number three, while taking observations for a constant frequency or intensity of light, we should not focus the light constantly for a long time towards the photocell, because we know the heating effect of light that is taking place here, for which the photoelectric current may change. Number four, this Trainer kit is having a potentiometer or a potential divider which is in the setup, and always we will keep it at 0 position before we switch on or switch off. Otherwise it will also fluctuate both photocurrent and voltage, and after some time it may damage. So we have to constantly watch the current and the voltage by taking few minutes. So in this way by following proper precautions, we will take our readings properly, and at last we will come to the applications, why we are studying this experiment. We know photocells are having very wide applications in our day-to-day life. In reproducing the sound in cinematography, these photocells are used. In street lights, street signals, these automatic switch on and switch off of street lights are having because of these photocells. Photocells are used in burglar alarm and fire alarms, that we know. Photocells are used in recording the temperature of furnace, because furnace gives us very high temperature that can be controlled using photocell. Photocell also it is used in opening the door automatically, that is closing the door and opening the door automatically, that is because of this photocell. So in this way there are so many applications of photocells for which we are studying this experiment. Unless we have a better knowledge regarding photocell, by doing the experiment we can't understand its application. Thank you.
Okay, now we can draw the second graph. We might have completed the second table, 1 by t square up to 10 to the power minus 4th order. We draw the second graph quickly.
Sir, can we leave the meet, sir?
Yes.
Why submitted? Yes, sir. ग्राफ बना के सबमिट, ग्राफ सेकंड वाला हो गया है सर, बस पीडीएफ बना के सबमिट कर रहे हैं.
नहीं, तुम सबमिट करके लीव करो.
ओके सर.